Hi guys, it's actually 10 to 10 here now. I have done another video which I'll put up later um, on trust, and from that video I've had two amazing visitors that come to see me tonight. Two amazing young women, and I love you both dearly. You're absolutely amazing. You know, warts and all, you're amazing. And I'll talk about that in a little bit later. But the video I put up earlier on is confirmation that I'm going too fast. What I found was that I'd called in to see my friend on my way back from work, and she's so eager for me to get this stuff out there. She's so eager to learn something else and look at something else at a different way, and that passion is in her, you know. And she's rushing things. And she wanted me to put a video up on Trust, and she gets so excited, lover, you know, with regards to what I'm doing. She's so excited for me with what I'm doing. She's so excited for herself with what I'm doing and being part of it and exploring the journey along the way with me. That I come home and I done this video, you know, and I tried to put something together from Trust and trying to trust myself. And it was a little bit quiff and a little bit, you know, sort of, well, all over the place really, with my vibrational level and my energy. And from that itself, it sort of made me sort of look at it and think, no, you need to slow down. This is one step at a time. You know, if you want to rebuild the step that you believe firmly in the core of you is missing to reach more humanity with regards to this elevation and this spiritual alignment side of things, with this spiritual awakening that occurs, you need to take it more slowly. You know, you can't rush at this. You know, some people out there will get it as quick as that. Other people won't get it as quickly. And it'll come. Whenever it's meant to come, it'll come. You know, you were just going to trust your inner core and go with whatever. So that's what happened earlier on. And that's just a little explanation. You may be watching this video. So maybe if you look at the other video before this, day 6, I think we're on now, you'll understand what I was saying with it. So what I'm going to say tonight really is about the interaction that I had with these two beautiful, wonderful, amazing young women that I just probably spent about 3 or 4 hours with really. I've known the one for probably most of her life. God love her, if there is a God. She's an absolute darling, and I've known the other one for about 4 years, both in different capacities, but now they're a couple. And I love them for it, even though they're not a couple. They're just friends. But that's young people's sort of way of working at things. Anyway, what I found myself doing earlier was, first of all, they sort of come in and I was elated. And the last time I saw the two of them was before Christmas. It was tough Christmas, obviously. No first Christmas without my loved ones. So it was a tough Christmas. And my vibrational energy was really quite flat. Because I was in that bereavement, that grieving process. So my vibrational energy was really quite flat the last time that they saw me. But when they came through the door earlier on, they were quite surprised at how elevated and happy I looked. And they didn't understand why I was in this happy place. So I showed them one of the videos, and they were really up for it. They were really, really ecstatic that I was doing these videos, and I should do this, and I should do that. And they give me some amazing feedback. With regards to ideas, ways to go forward with it, you know. And we worked together on maybe what a logo could be for the thumbnail thing, for the picture that goes on this, which, you know, there's a big chance I'm going to go with it, actually. So, thank you for that, you amazing, wonderful women. But what came from the interaction was how the two of them, you know what I've said in previous videos, that my sensory perceptions have completely changed. They've heightened. They've always been there, it's just they're more developed now, possibly because of what I've been through, or maybe because I've had to sort of merge the blacks and the whites and be in the here and now, in the grey, which I'm going to stop calling grey because it's not grey. It is an absolutely rainbow of colour, you know. I really got to stop calling it grey, because when they both merge, it is nothing like a grey colour. You know, it is a rainbow of colours. It is amazing. You know, it really is an amazing colour if you want to put a colour on it. So I really need to stop calling it the grey areas. but I suppose you need to come from the black and the white to make the grey before you reach this enlightened coloured state. So the image that they sort of come up with is something that I probably will go with for the thumbnail to put on each video. But that's another step that's in my things to do list, which the girls helped create. So thank you for that. You are amazing, the two of you, and I love you both the same. Even though they joke that I love one more than the other, I love them both the same for who they are. But what was interesting as well, what I actually noticed tonight, where we would joke, and we have always joked about this, you know, it's always, I always say you're beautiful and to the one, and I always say it to the other, but she doesn't hear it, you know, because she doesn't believe it. Where the one young lady is in that grey area, you know, she accepts that there's blacks and there's whites, and she sees the greys. You know, she's more accepting of life itself than the other one. And it's not that I love them any differently, because I don't. I absolutely adore every single one of them for the qualities that they have within them. And the core of them is beautiful, it really is. But it was interesting how the one young lady was really... We've always joked, you know, we've always joked about you love her more than me, and you think more of her, she's better than me, or she's amazing, and, you know. So it was interesting how the jokes tonight that we sort of always did had a very different vibration, because I could see the impact our joking about and playing about had on the one young lady that I've known for nearly all of her life, really. And I saw that very differently. So I really do need to be mindful of these jokes, you know, because it was having an impact on her. But what else was interesting as well, we had a conversation about sexuality. Both these beautiful young women are lesbians. And with regards to the one young lady, we've had very deep, meaningful, very open conversations about her sexuality as she was going through her teens and all the rest of it. And she had some complex issues to deal with, love her, and she's amazing for what she's been through, she really is. And where she's come from, where she was. And we were having this conversation, just myself and her, a good few months ago, about sexuality. And she asked me the question, how did I know I was straight? How did I know that I was a heterosexual? And I said, and I explained it, that I love women. I totally love women. I can fall in love with a person, with a woman. Yes, I can fall in love with that person that she is, but I'm not sexually attracted to women. You know, I'm sexually attracted to men. And so she gave me the title of being asexual. So apparently that is something that's under the umbrella of sexuality. There's now an asexual, and I come into that category for her, because I love everybody, you know, for who they are. And I can love a woman, fall in love with a woman for being who she is, and feel that inner core, that inner pure love for that wonderful human being as I can for a man, but I'm just not sexually attracted to women. So that came up earlier on as well, and we had a bit of a giggle about that. But in so doing, you know, sort of things were coming about that we were talking about, and I found this young woman, sort of, her mask was slipping. It was, you know, this, and I'm very conscious that I'm not going to say what her name. But her mask was slipping, and he was like, she was talking, and then he would be like, this is the real me. This is the real me, you know. I like being like a boy. I like being like a girl. And then she would go back into this young lady that we know as really quite manly, you know. So that was interesting to watch, and how her vibration would shift. And, you know, it was interesting that seeing me so elatedly happy actually did scare her a little bit. Because, like she said, she hasn't seen me like this for probably like the last 4 years. And she wasn't quite sure how to work with it, you know. And I reflected on myself, because that was an aspect, that was a mirror reflection to me. Because if I'm completely honest, and true to the core of who I am, I'm not really sure what to do with this right now. I'm not really sure why this elated, wonderful, amazing, absolutely stunning place that I'm in, you know, I don't know what to do with it. I feel a little bit, okay, what should I do by you? Why is this coming about now? It's like as if I've had, well, I did actually say, you know, it's like, of course I haven't taken any drugs, you know, I'm high on life, you know, and I am high on being alive, because I know I am going to create my future. I know that I have the power within me to create anything that I want to create, because it's all here. My reality as I perceive it now can change tomorrow. You know, it's because what I put out there. And it's not just about the law of attraction. It's not what you attract to you. The good stuff and things that you want, you can attract you using and applying the secret, the law of attraction. Yes, you can. But it is about, part of the journey is putting yourself in situations where you truly learn about yourself. When you really realise that you are here to actually travel on this earth or this planet or this, whatever you want to name it or whatever title you want to put on it, is all about lessons to learn about life. In learning life, you learn about yourself. And that's what you come to realise when you come into that core of yourself. So I know that, you know, I can create anything I want to create, you know, from this good enough place. And I'm very conscious again that I don't want to go into this very high spiritual stuff, you know, this elevated, amazing spiritual level that I've reached. And I have to stay very grounded in the theory, not in theory, but in the reality for this all to work, you know, not just for myself, but for everybody. Because I want to build a step that I think it's been out there. You know, I think a lot of the religions that are trying to teach this, a lot of the spiritual teachers have been coming to this, trying to reach this, trying to sort of teach this to people, and not reach this because they've reached it in their own journey up the mountain, you know, in whatever path or whatever way they got up the mountain. They've reached it from whatever angle they've come at it. But I'm very aware that I need to stay, even though I can go into this amazing, wonderful place, and be there, I'm very aware that I need to sort of stay quite like this, you know, and not move just yet. You know, I can move in my own time, my own space, but for other people to come there and to reach that good enough core within them and see how beautiful it is, I have to stay quite grounded in my perceived reality before I change my perceived reality to the wants. You know, what would I like in my life? Let's take the want out of it, because when you put a want in it, there's a desire, you know, and the desire is not there. You know you can have it. You know that you can create any single thing that you want to create when you're working from this good enough place. And it's nearly 10:05 now, so I really need to start thinking about going to bed. I have quite a busy day planned for tomorrow, and I haven't even taken my glasses off my head today, but we have been doing stuff, and thank you to those beautiful, amazing women, young women who they are so, I absolutely love both of you the same, you know, I do love both of you the same, you know. So I want to say thank you to them for giving me the ideas, you know, the gift of their sort of perception on what it could look like, you know, what thumbprints or, no, it's not thumbprints, those things on the thing, you know. I'm not into these computers, so you know that I have no idea what I'm talking about today. But I just want to say to you, every single one of you is truly, absolutely amazing, okay? And the core of you is good enough. And I want to say sweet dreams and lots of love, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye.